Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining me. 100 subscribers in 3 years. Took me a while, but I did it. It only took me 3 years. Only. There are some topics I would like to go over in this stream today. One of the main ones being if the HMHS Britannic survived through World War I, and just some other weird things and whatever. No, just funny stuff. So I'm going to wait for a little bit more people to join. So if you guys have any questions about the Titanic, their sister ships, or wars, put it in the live chat and I can answer it for you. So just go ahead. Type in the chat what questions you have. Yes, Rin Games, I see you have a question. What's your question? Rin, I don't know what you're trying to type to me right now. Just put the question in fully. Are you asking what design changes happened after the Titanic sank? Is that what you're asking? Okay, so one of the main, let's start with the Olympic. The Olympic was instantly added. Well, after the disaster, Olympic had more lifeboats added, which was obvious. So I know this isn't the Olympic. Please don't say that. But for example, so Olympic was built like the Titanic. It had lifeboats right here and right here. But after the Titanic, they spread all throughout the deck and on this side too. Like, it could hold around 3,000 people if that's the case. So a lot of people after the Titanic sank. And the United States made a bunch of regulations where other ships had to carry a lot more lifeboats. Like, for example, the Eastland in Chicago, that was really unstable. It would tilt. Imagine you take a cup, fill it with water, put it in a bathtub. That's the stability of the Eastland. And with all the lifeboats added to the Eastland, it tipped over in Chicago. It couldn't take that strain. So, yes, there were definitely design changes after the ship sank. And also, Olympic had an inner hull added. And I just realized that sometimes I go like bigger model, not so bigger model, tiny model. I'm very goofy when it comes to that. So ask me some more questions. While you guys are thinking of questions, I have been working on this. This is the, I'm making a poster board. I know you can't see it because it's the outline, but it says White Star Line on the top. The flag of White Star Line is right here. And it says the largest ships at sea. So I'm going to have to paint that. I'll show you guys later. Why is the Titanic the only thing with 4 thingies? I believe you mean funnels, like boom, 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 boom. The Titanic was not the only ship to have 4 funnels. It actually, the Great Eastern back in 1858 had 5. As this is the Great Eastern, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the Kaiser Wilhelm the Grosse had 4 stacks as well. Then the Lusitania in its class it was in, they were considered the Greyhounds, which that's a cool name. And the Greyhounds had 4 smokestacks. All of them did. So, yeah, I forgot to mention. Olympic also had 4 stacks, and so did the HMHS Britannic. Anyways, Toe Stealer, that's Jacob. Jacob is Run Games. You got that wrong. So, who's the third person who joined? Say hello. State your name in the chat. Go ahead. Yes, I know you're in my class. You told me at the beach a month ago. You told me. Yes, I know, Jacob. Thank you. So, any further questions? Come on, guys. Keep asking these questions. Sure. Okay. Before I do, is there anyone in the chat who is not subscribed to my channel? Be honest with me here. Don't make that smiley face. All right, everyone, go subscribe to Ren Games. He's a friend of mine. His name is Jacob. Just go subscribe to him. Anyways, and your question: what type of wood were ships most commonly used? Mostly pine, if not red oak. Mostly pine for ships. Yeah. That would work out. How many doors were on Titanic? I really do not know. I really don't know. Probably thousands, if not hundreds of thousands doors. Here, I'm gonna. Let me look that up real quick. How many doors did the Titanic have? What do you mean by don't look it up? What? What? Yes, my name is Mason. What? You do. Well, I'm just gonna make an estimate. Titanic probably had over 5,000 doors. I'll make that guess. I'm sorry, what Bob are you referencing? Sure, say a fun fact about bleach. Anyways, okay, so anyways, one of my interests is the career of the RMS Olympic, the sister ship of the Titanic. And basically, my question that I have for you guys is that do you know that the Titanic did not. Wait, hold on. I said Titanic, didn't I? I meant the Olympic. Did you know that the Olympic had a change from had a change from coal burning to oil burning? You guys probably didn't know that. Well, now you do. I love to inform people. And I have a fun game planned. So there are two people in the chat right now. How about we do this? So you two are going to go against each other in guessing questions. So you are two teams. Ren Games and Toast Stealer 2000, you guys are in two different teams. You two are going to be facing off in question. Okay. Are you guys ready for the first question? Don't worry, Toast Stealer 2000. Don't worry. You're gonna learn from me. Even if you do get it wrong, I'm gonna tell you afterward. Alrighty, Rin, did you hear what I said? Who's still in the chat? Is Toast Stealer still in the chat, or is that Ren who left? All right, so Toast Stealer is still in the chat. We're gonna wait. I don't know where he went. Of course, you're in my walls. All right. How was the pug? Was he well behaved? I wonder. Ren, did you hear what I said? And he's gone again. All right. Hold on. I have a list that I made for what I'm going to talk about today. All right, so I'm gonna talk about right now is the oil change for the how many windows were on the Olympic? Okay, but when you said Olympic, that's not how it's spelled. It's spelled Olympic, but that's fine. How many windows? Well, probably, if I can make an educated guess, probably over 2,000 windows, probably because of interior and exterior windows. Now it says there are 0 people. All right. If there's any, what do you mean by oof? What does that mean? Okay, at least one person's still here. Okay, and if I could recommend a book to all the future people who are watching this, including the one who's still in the chat, if I could recommend you the Titanic, an illustrated history, it is written by, the text is by Don Lynch, paintings are by Ken Marshall, and introduction by Robert D. Ballard. So it's a team up. And yes, I can agree there were a lot of windows on the Titanic, a little too many, but it's basically just a book full of pictures. Oh, and there's a cool cartoon showing the nearly collision for the SS city of New York and the Titanic. And basically what happened with the city of New York is that Titanic was going past the New York, but then with the hard spin of Titanic's rudders and propellers, it was pulling in stuff. So the New York, I know this is not the New York, but just use this as the New York. It was getting pulled in to Titanic, and that nearly made a crash, but the Titanic's crew was able to maneuver out of that. And the collision was avoided, but I think it would have been better if they collided because of the iceberg. The iceberg would have they never would have ran into the ice field. And if you have watched the Titanic movie, you could see that it might have just looked like one lone iceberg, but really there was an entire ice field, which is kind of bad because there were no radars or anything. The best shot you have is to have a pair of binoculars, but the second officer that was supposed to be on the Titanic was replaced by Second Officer Charles Lightoller, forgot to hand over the key to the binocular casing, so they had to Holy Bob thinks the captain is tough. Are you talking about the captain of the Titanic, or what captain are you referring to? Oh, yeah. The officer, he wasn't really that skilled. I'll be honest. That's probably why they removed him. And can I just ask the Holy Bob, where did that come from? Who came up with that? Who came up with that Holy Bob thing? Holy Bob made Holy Bob. All right. That just makes sense. Okay. Time for a little trivia still. Which ship was bigger? The Britannic or the Olympic? I don't think I made the Titanic an option. Did I? Did I say Titanic or Olympic? Well, the answer was Britannic. Britannic was the largest sister ship. It was the third and largest. And actually, it was the largest by a pretty small amount, only around 5,000 more tons than the Titanic, and a centimeter more than the Titanic in length, which is pretty stupid because why that? And if you look at the Titanic model, I'm just going to use the big one. If you look right here, this is where the officers were. Their little quarters. The main staircase was, I was off camera. This is where the officers were right here, and this is where the grand staircase was. And actually, the grand staircase imploded in the sinking. So basically, as the staircase went underwater, it imploded. There was one guy on the Titanic. He was a baker. His first name was Charles